This is a brief presentation on the more advanced features of the APX 8000 portable radio. Here we will go over the VHF channel operation, the dynamic or command zone operation, and also the GPS function. The VHF channels in the APX 8000 radio are not currently approved for use. Until operations and the Health and Safety Committee can get together and approve of this, we will not be using them for initial attack. Refer to any updated bulletins for further direction. Also, this radio can be cloned to. However, the state and the feds do not yet support cloning to Motorola radios. These radios are like miniature computers, and we need to make sure that everybody has the same feature set and the same firmware before they can start supporting that on large fires. Therefore, the GPH commanders that are on your apparatus are going to retain there for initial attack and for strike team responses. The VHF zones in the radio are found after the 700 and 800 megahertz zones, starting at zone 40. They are set up just as they are in the VHF fleet map with a V and a number next to that name. Well, if you ever looked at the VHF fleet map in our apparatus, you'll notice that there's 20 channels per group or zone. And the Motorola is typically a 16-channel radio. So the way we were able to fit 20 channels into a 16-position channel knob was another feature on the menu. So when you're on the menu, if you scroll over to one that says channel, you press channel and then you can scroll up and down to find the rest of the channels in that group. Also, AirGuard was moved to position 16 in those groups. AirGuard is typically turning the channel knob all the way to the right in an emergency situation. So we moved AirGuard from position 20 to position 16. As in previous VHF radio trainings, the fleet map has channels that are listed with an OST next to it. These are typically command channels or dispatch channels that are going to require a special tone to enable operation. Motorola doesn't call it a tone, they call it a PL. So on the menu on these certain channels, you're going to see MPL. Press the button below MPL and you'll get a drop-down menu of tones. This tone information should be available to you through your MDC or upon your pager. MPL option will only appear for those channels that require a tone. Channels with a fixed tone, like XSD Command 4, will not have the MPL feature. Okay, so just like the VHF portables, the Bendix Kings that you have on the apparatus, these Motorola's have the ability to create a command zone. These are going to be located at the end of the VHF zones, zones 65, 66, and 67. Go ahead and navigate to those right now. Once you're in the command zone and the first channel is selected, press the button below Zone Program. A menu of all channels will appear. Press Edit and then select List Selection. A menu of all the zones in the radio will appear. Use the up and down and left-right navigation key to scroll around the channels and radio to find the channel you want. Here we selected 8G for channel 1. To add another channel, scroll down to the next available channel, press the Edit button, press List Selection again, and scroll to the zone and channel you want. Here we selected Metro VHF for the group, and then selected XSD Command 4. Once done adding channels, press Exit. To delete a channel, press Zone Program and select Delete. Okay, for GPS operation, scroll through your menu until you see Location. Select that and then select On. As soon as you do that, the previous or the current location will be displayed. If you're indoors, not in view of satellites, then it'll show your previous location. As soon as you are outside and within view of at least 2 satellites, then it'll show your current location. When you're indoors and not in range of the satellites, the little icon at the top of the screen will flash. As soon as it turns solid, that means you have a location fix and you are visible to the satellites. We also have the option to change the location format at the bottom of the menu there. Recommended by San Diego Air Ops is going to be the degrees decimal minutes. This is also a very beneficial tool for open space rescues. It's a little bit of a lengthy process, but we also have the ability to enter a waypoint and navigate to it using the radio like a GPS. Go ahead and select waypoints, scroll down to destination, select edit, then each individual field has to be edited individually. After you've entered the coordinates of that waypoint, go to the previous menu and scroll down to distance from here. This will provide a distance and a bearing as the crow flies. From here, a compass or an actual GPS unit would be the best to use. Be sure to turn GPS off once you're done to conserve battery power. Well, that's all I have for the advanced portion of the APX 8000 radio. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to any of your local comm specialists. Thank you.